that TS Hawkeye guy here. I figured we'd do a live tonight. You know, we do these spontaneous lives. Works best for me. You know, I'm enjoying a few adult beverages. Just, hanging out on a Thursday night. People respond, I get so much traction from Marvel Lives. So I've got 3 big drawers of Marvel figures we're going to take a look at. It's I don't know if anyone watches these after the fact, but I will say, if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment that pushes me up in the algorithm, and then the more engagement I get, the more apt I am to make more videos. Hey, brother, postal strike is over. So I'll hit you up on email. Yeah, I'm just doing a Marvel live. What do you want to see, my friend? These are all my Marvel figures. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah, I'll send you a message in a bit. So, but yeah, it's man, I have so much the thing is, when I plan a live, I have so much anxiety and I can't do it. So it's that's why they're all spontaneous. This one, yes, this is the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. I do have the Kane Parker Scarlet Spider somewhere. Not handy, but we can look for him. So, I really like this costume because in the 90s I was so into the whole Spider-Man mythos. I dropped out before the Spider clone, the whole clone fiasco. I was done. Basically, some stuff happened. Comics weren't my number one priority. I dropped out halfway through Age of Apocalypse, and that kind of sucks because I did find all the issues, and because I sold my comics due to this situation, whatever. Regret is not an emotion we deal with. Oh, here's the other Scarlet Spider. His joints are so loose. He comes with a Spider-Man of just exactly the same buck. Not the best Spider-Man, but not a bad Spider-Man. Let's see if I can find my fit. Yes, this is my favorite Spider-Man. I think it came out in Wave 1, and there's a variant. This is the light blue one. I think there's a darker blue one. I don't see it right offhand, but we'll set him to the side. We'll put a pin in that. I actually, the LCS is saving me the Doom crossover, the Age of Revelation for X-Men, and there's a new Marvel Zombies coming out. Or that just came out, issue number 1. And they're holding all that for me. So, I really can't wait to get into that Marvel Zombies. But, it's, I did save certain comics when I sold them. Kind of wish I saved a few more, but, what are you going to do? Life is too short to focus on regret. So, let's see what else we have in here. Spider-wise. We have the custom painted Spider Shot. I don't have the Spider emblem on him, because my hands are way too shaky due to Tourette's and anxiety. So, Spider-Man. Oh, we have apparently a very expensive Tobey Maguire 3 3/4 Spider-Man. I got this for like $20, and it was mint on card. Thinking nothing of it because, I'm an opener. But Had I known it was that desirable, probably wouldn't have opened it. Who do I have the most of? Spider-Man or Iron Man. Easy. But, there's quite a few Wolverines. I got a couple of Hulks. It's just the way it goes, right? Well, it's not the Hulk. That is Scar, the son of the Hulk. This is actually a better figure than most of the Hulk figures. We have the custom Maestro. That was an Ulik the Cave Troll. If we can find him, I'll show you the difference between the heads. Hulk is always pretty good. All right, so we're going to put a pin in him too right there with that Spider-Man. Apocalypse, one of my favorite characters in comics. I hunted down all his early appearances. It's until I kind of fell off with the comics in like 95, I think, and then I collected a few, but I had everything early by him or with him in it. Then we have the X Factor box set, Apocalypse. We're not going to get in that story again. Oh, excuse me. We have the Ironmonger. Yeah, Apocalypse, the whole Darwinism of his philosophy. I really got into that. I thought that was awesome. So, all right, we're going to show this, a Probot from Star Wars. We're going to move that to put in the Star Wars bin. There's the comic Ironmonger from the Iron Man line. I really, Cable. So easy. I really didn't like Deadpool. I like the movies, but, it's, I found in the comics, like, his whole breaking the fourth wall, the She-Hulk. John Byrne did that with the She-Hulk in, like, the late 80s, early 90s. And and then everybody's like, oh, Deadpool's so awesome. It's like, it's just, it's, even Rob Liefeld said that he took Spider-Man with swords as the Amanita. Is that how you, please tell me if I'm saying it wrong. But, yeah, so Rob Liefeld said it was Spider-Man with swords, but if you really look back into DC Comics, it's really Deathstroke. Slade Wilson. Oh, well. Yeah, all right, Ironmonger. Forget what I was saying. There is Valkyrie, yes, the comic Valkyrie. Always loved that character. Barbara Norris. We have just a random Epic Heroes Spider-Man. Amanita. Do you have anything you want to see? We have 3 big bins of Marvel. So that is, I popped ahead on one of the many Star-Lord figures that I had. Star-Lord and Drax. It's a chameleon head. Just to, fill out my Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the Captain America, the first Avenger Tombstone. Figure sucks. Legs don't move. I have a custom somewhere of them, and I for the life of me, I don't know where it's at. We have the superposable, the Amazing Spider-Man. Probably the Thing. Again, it's he lost a hand, so we'll have to find that. But the Thing was always kind of like the underdog fighting the Hulk, and I just kind of liked that he was like he knew he was going to lose, but he was still like, it's the blue-eyed thing. So I don't know. Add add a Q&A stick. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna do it, but just no, I don't want to do that. All right, hold on. Okay, it's not gonna. Okay, answer. I gotta do this because done. There we go. Yes, Joe Fixit. I love Joe Fixit. There's a Gray Hulk. Not my favorite Gray Hulk. We'll find my favorite Gray Hulk. We'll set him aside. Speaking of the Thing, here's Ben Grimm. I really, really don't like the Fantastic Four either. So it's the Thing. The Thing was always the best thing about the Fantastic Four for me. So, okay. Spider-Man Noir. I'm looking for another body because I have an extra Ghost Rider head. I want to make like a Dan Ketch Ghost Rider. We have custom painted Nebula. I got to do some touch-ups on the arm and the head, but really like that figure. Keeping with the Hulk, we have She-Hulk. There's 2 She-Hulk figures in the Marvel Universe line. This, I don't know if this is the single carded or the Secret Wars She-Hulk. We have the Captain America Brave New World Marvel Epic Heroes Red Hulk. I was all about this line until about the Captain America movie. So, you got to release stuff for people to be into it. And they released nothing. It was a bunch of repaints and re-releases, which, I realize if you're a small toy company, that's what you do. But I think Hasbro released them, and Hasbro's the biggest toy company in the world. So you know what I mean? You can bite the bullet, make a few new sculpts, make a few new characters, risk a little bit, and, keep the people happy. So yes, I have okay, here's like the Savage Green Hulk. He's one of the big figs. I have a little machine that I had a ton of video game stuff. Like I had an original Nintendo in the box. I had a Super Nintendo in the box. I had like about 30 Nintendo games. And I had Final Fantasy, I had Link, I had Zelda and Link. I don't remember exactly how many, like what I had, but there's the Invisible Woman. I would like to get the clear variant. Anyway, so I dealt with this guy for about 3 years. I lost his number because I found, when I, moved from the old trailer, I found a whole bunch of more stuff. And he hooked me up. We traded. I forget what I traded him for. But it's got like pretty much every Nintendo game. It doesn't have Final Fantasy. It doesn't have like Link. It doesn't have the big role-playing games. But I think it's got like Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. I know it's got all the 3 Mario games. It's got the 3 Castlevania games, which was pretty much why I wanted to play original Nintendo. It's got some Atari games on it. Like, it's... Someday I'll pull that out. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at the games in it and just go crazy. I still plan on doing some gameplay videos depending on what's going to happen next month, everything's kind of up in the air. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I may be parked in a Walmart parking lot. But hey, let's not stress. Here's the Marvel Epic Heroes Thanos. He's a very thin figure. He did come with a rubber Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know if it's rubber, but it was like a really soft plastic. You could slip it over his hand. Here's the Superior Marvel Universe Thanos. There was one, he did come with a swappable hand without the gauntlet. I'm looking for that hand because, just so he doesn't have it all the time. We have Hogan the Grim. I only need Fandral for my Warriors 3 because there's Volstagg the Fat. Okay, so here is Ulik the Cave Troll. That head was made out of this head. I shaved it off. I did a little bit of sculpting, a little bit of paint. Just the way it goes, because I wasn't going to pay the, $90. Thank you, brother. Things kind of work out for me sometimes, so I'm hoping that my luck holds out. Where I thought I was going to go wasn't a sure thing. Ugh. I live on a farm in the country right now. I've kind of been hitting up somebody that owns a farm a little farther in the country. Don't know what's going to happen there. It's, that's the only thing I don't like about this life. I love being independent in the camper. Now that I have a camper that's big enough to change my mind in, it's, but yeah. I'll keep everybody appraised of the situation. So we have the red-mouthed Ultron. I had certain characters were so hard to find just in my area. Ultron, Darkhawk, and I swear to God, Kang is made out of gold because I cannot find one. But Ultron, great figure, shares a lot of parts with Doctor Doom, who I will fight anybody, is the absolute greatest Marvel villain, possibly one of the greatest villains in creation. It's George Lucas even said he designed Darth Vader after Doom. So we have House of M Spider-Man. I got this in a trade. Really pissed off his arm is glued, but not a big deal, I'll get another one, and then I will use this as a custom again. We have the Sony Spider... Oh! Alright, well, that's not ideal, so... Alright, we'll put a pin in that one, too, so... The Grim Reaper... Don't know what else to say. So, Moon Knight. This is the first release Moon Knight. There is a second release that came at the end of the line that, a little bit pricey. That I don't hold any hope to get. I'm happy with this one. We have the Sentry. Not a figure I know, not a character I know a whole lot about. I read New Avengers when it came out in 2002 or whatever it was, and I had the full run of the first series. And there was the Mighty Avengers, and then there was it kind of blew apart. There's apparently I think they said 112 characters were Avengers. Carnage is an Avenger right now. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there is Mark II Iron Man. If if I could get another one, I would turn him into the infamous Iron Man. It's when Doctor Doom was Iron Man. We have Cloak and Dagger. We have Ares kind of doing the dab. So, I'm getting this Etta Q&A sticker. If a ghost, what would you haunt? I would haunt whoever puts this stupid shit on my live stream. So, all right. Oh, this shouldn't be here. Want to know what, brother? I have no idea what the deal with the Venomverse is. I know there's Venomized figures. I watch a lot of Lego content about guys like doing minifigure pickups. And they're all starting to get all these Venomverse, like Venomized figures. And it's like, you had Venom. Venom was cool. You had Carnage. That was kind of, you could say, okay, yeah, natural thing. And then they had 5 other symbiotes. And now, it's the Null. And I think it's kind of creatively bankrupt that they're just falling back on that instead of, creating new narratives about these characters. So, I'm pretty negative tonight, so that's okay. This shouldn't be here. I will switch it to the correct bin, but this is the 9th Doctor from Doctor Who. It's a custom, Christopher Eccleston, probably my favorite Doctor. So we're going to put that over there so we can put it correctly. We have a Grogu. We're going to file that somewhere too. No wonder I can't find any of this stuff. So, all right. So we have the Marvel Legends Retro 3 3/4 Sentinel. I have 4 of these because I had a lot of credit at the comic store, and I said yes. I want as many Sentinels as I can get. We have Morbius. I love Morbius as a character. It's he had a 1993 series. A lot of stuff happened behind the scenes. It was probably more interesting what happened behind the scenes than the actual comic book was at the time. So, all right, what else do we have in here? We have the custom Werewolf by Night. He needs a few touch-ups. I remember the PlayStation Spider-Man games. They were pretty cool. So, it's there was I had one Spider-Man game, Spider-Man and the X-Men for the Super Nintendo, Arcade's Revenge. And I played the shit out of that one. So I don't think I ever beat it, but I played it a lot. So, and it's a cape from a movie, Sabretooth. There's a movie, Loki. One of the few Lokis that I have. We have another Sentinel. We have the Epic Heroes Groose, not my favorite figure either. Mr. Fantastic. I put the fin coat on him, just kind of because he always had a kind of vest in the 90s. So, yeah. All right, Preacher. I think I'm gonna cut this off. Usually I do this until I have to go pee. And I've drank about 2 beer in the time that we've been talking. So I am going to hit you up on email. We're going to talk, and we'll go from there. Thank you to everybody else that stopped in. maybe we'll do another live stream tomorrow night. You just got to check back. I'm spontaneous like that. That's just the way we roll here. So, all right. Again, thank you very much. Love you, brother. And thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you later.